My name is Caroline Kibii. I'm from Kenya. I'm an environmental scientist and a researcher, but I'm currently a research fellow working on climate change, agriculture, and forestry aspects, but with more emphasis on decarbonization. Yes, I've worked with several organizations on the development sector with respect to climate change, still on forestry, agriculture, natural resource management. Yes, and briefly with research organizations. Yeah, so I think there are many reasons why I applied to this course, really. So one of them is that Kenya is one of those countries that largely depends on agriculture to feed its growing population. And I also come from part of Kenya called Baringo that is largely dry or arid and semi-arid. And it's vulnerable to climate change, climate variability, and we always depend on rain-fed agriculture. So for me, applying to this course was because I really wanted to understand more about the agricultural heritage systems, given that we practice traditional agriculture, largely traditional agriculture. So I really wanted to understand what is the aspect of agricultural heritage systems, how do you conserve, and also learning from the global aspect, given that it's a globally important heritage system. So that was my point of view, first of all. And two, having worked with the projects on climate change and agriculture, I realized that it's very important to conserve the landscapes. And I think the structure of this course really cuts across all those aspects from environmental planning and management, landscape conservation, biodiversity, agroecology. So those are aspects that I've come across along my work experience. I think they are very important issues, especially now that you're trying to feed the world. We have food scarce planet, and we want to conserve biodiversity. At the same time, we want to feed the people. So for me, I think there are several things that cross-cut each other that I really anticipated and I still anticipate to learn from the course. Yeah. So I think one of the landscapes would be, well, in as much as it doesn't sound like a landscape, but it's an area. It's called Kerio Valley, which is in Baringo County, western part of Kenya. This is an area that is known for growing sweet traditional mangoes and producing natural honey. And the reason why it is very, very important is that they still use traditional log hives to produce this honey. The community is not ready to give up the traditional hives. Yeah, and also the traditional mango varieties. It is an important landscape because in as much as they practice agriculture from a traditional point of view, they still use the traditional practices. They're also facing so many challenges that if it's not protected, then they are going to lose that agricultural heritage system. And I think it's because of the human activities upstream, intense agriculture, deforestation, let me say heavy grazing, which has led to intense soil erosion, gullies, yeah, and they lost the rivers that were feeding the area.